Hello guys, it's me, Life, and a lot of things have been going on recently, and I haven't been really uploading. I've been uploading quite a lot of videos, in my opinion, like every day, but so far I just feel like I'm in an episode where I'm a little bit stressed. That's all I'm gonna say. But everything's fine. I just mentally feel stressed and a bit, low on being motivated to do more videos, but I'm gonna try really hard on this one, and I feel like I'm gonna backfire it like I always do, but we're just gonna give it a go. And anyway, onto the video. So today we'll be talking about Hoodie, another creepypasta slash proxies. There's two different sides to this, though. In my opinion, people have their opinions about this character. People think they're a part of the proxy, which is a group that you should check out the creepypasta video, by the way, for more information about the proxies, I think, and also like more about this character, because there's not much been said about this character apparently, because it's a bit mysterious, and we all love that. As you can tell, this is just art, and I guess we'll just do it. Let's read the let's just read the information on Wattpad. There's someone supposedly written about him as well, as much as me reading it. So I'm gonna give credit to the author. So here we go. So this is obviously on Wattpad. There's me. All new. So here we go. Hoodie's information. This is obviously information about creepypastas, obviously. I thought this might do, since it's quite popular on the reading scale. And it is written by Tiki Toby, Ben Drownen. They must have spelled drown wrong, but here we go. This is the credit to them who wrote this, I think. I might follow them actually while I'm at it. Bam! Follow. Alright, here we go. So, we're just going to read what this person's supposedly written about this character. Hoodie. Hoodie's information. Brian Kills is 24 years old male. 24 Buffalo, New York had a shadowed reason for his infamily. Other names as he known by would be Hoodie. His past demand quite unknown police records that are public domain claim that he comes from a rich family and his parents committed suicide in front of them, but without proof whose backstory may never find out. This sounds really familiar from someone's video. Anyways, Hoodie's first victim is debated by one person that seems to always come suspected is his girlfriend. So apparently, Hoodie is a mysterious man from New York. His name is Brian. He's 24 years old at that point when he became a killer. Or I guess he must be older now, but I don't know when this was published, so this might be the year that this person wrote about. But apparently this seems a bit weird. This someone claims it's a real police domain, and apparently he claims that this Brian is from a rich family, and apparently his parents committed suicide in front of him, which is quite disturbing in a way. I don't know much about what caused them to commit suicide in front of their own son, I guess. I don't know much about that, but I'd love to find out, but I guess we'll never know because the internet's trash, right? We don't know much about him, but apparently his first victim was his girlfriend. I don't know why. But anyway, here we go. So their relationship, they met up at a library, which was they met. Later, Hoodie was on a walk to the forest trail where they were enjoying their time together and was around sunset when suddenly a voice broke inside Hoodie's mind and plunged his girlfriend's head with a stone, in which this day towards his first weapon. So basically a fucking pebble. Sorry, I'm just taking the piss. But that's a shame. I wonder what made his the voices crack. Probably the trauma of his parents committing suicide in front of him. He must have fought guilt, I guess. Maybe there might be more information on the next page. If not, my bad. Oh, this is about Maskia. Spoiler alert, I'm already doing that. So that's information supposedly from that author who written about it. So now we're going to just hop into the other part of it, which I kind of agree, but then this part's kind of like a different person in a way, but we're just going to go into it. So obviously we're on Wiki Daddy, and it's obviously advertising some lovely shampoo or some type of spray. Oh no, wash laundry, great. Anyways, let's just hop right into it. So we're going to read the basic information. So this person who wrote this is, I'm hoping would be a bit more specific. So this person's put Brian Keels. On this one, it is Brian Thomas. So which one of you is lying? I'm so confused. Okay, so he has two names. Brian Keel and Brian Thomas. So there's two different people. I'm so confused. This is why people mix the information up, because I'm like, I'm not taking 100% real to this, because I'm so unsure about what is written on the internet. So apparently this person claims then their name is Brian Thomas, also known as Hoodie, the hooded figure, the figure to the ark, apparently. Relatives unknown, actually, mum and dad, rich family, occupation, former amateur actor. So apparently before he was psychopathic, he was a former amateur actor. So that's interesting, even though they said there was not much about him. Apparently he was an amateur actor. So power, stealth, computing, editing skills, I could tell in one of the series. Status, deceased, species, human. So apparently someone claims that he's also dead. We don't know exactly if he's alive or dead. He could be a spirit, for all we know. He could be even a human in some sense if we think about it. But we're not going to go in depth. We're not going to put the conspiracies here. We're just going to go on what it says. So species, human, gender male, hobby, stalking Jay and Tim, which is a series that these group of men made called the Marble Hornets, which I'll probably discuss in probably the next video when I discuss about these two characters that are part of it, so Hoodie and Masky. So we're discussing about Hoodie, alright? Don't want to get too confusing here. Their goals: kill Alex, brackets fail, Creepypasta, anti-villainous stalker. I don't know much about what that means. Probably meant like, oh, I want to be a villain, but I don't, I'm guessing. So here, someone's written disclaimer. Disclaimer, while Masky and Hoodie are not Creepypasta, it's still fine to portray them as much as Masky and Hoodie belong to the Marble Hornets. So basically what they're saying is they could be a part of Creepypasta fandom, but they're not in a way. And I'm going to explain why. So the Marble Hornets is basically a series that is consisting of short snippets of 5 young lads, and it goes around in the beginning about this main one who was directing a film that they were making called the Marble Hornets, and things start to get weird, and Alex starts to act paranoid, and everything goes a bit weird, and then Alex suddenly moves out from his uni or something like that, and strange things happen, and this guy called Jay, who is also part of the filming group, is trying to look for Alex, but sadly finds out that Alex is something to do with the Creepypasta fandom, I guess. I'm not really sure. I've only started like watching it. I know, such an amateur YouTuber, but it's just like stuff happens, and then it starts around Masky, which is called Timothy Wright, who is a character in Marble Hornets, who is known as Timothy Wright, like I said, lol. And basically he starts acting weird as well, and might have something to do with Alex's disappearances. And later on, it starts mostly surrounded by Alex and, in a way, Masky, or the guy with the mask, as they call it, in the Marble Hornets series, I think. And a lot of things happen, and then later on, Hoodie which we're talking about, comes in as well during the Marble Hornet series, later on though, where he's basically mentally hurting, or just stalking Jay, Alex, and also, Masky, who's known as Tim Wright. So here we go. First appearance. His first appearance is at the beginning of the series and in multiple tapes where it's shown that he is the main character for Marble Hornets, but is constantly annoyed and confused by Alex's attitude. When the tapes that Jay got from Alex end, it was unclear to where Brian was or what happened to him. So basically, Brian, who is Hoodie, disappears all of a sudden, and also Alex does as well, which I forgot to mention Brian does as well. I don't really know much about Brian. I was mostly focusing on Tim, basically. Alright, entry 51. So they do entries, what they're called entries. So they go like entry #1 up to hashtag something, which I don't know really much about it, but here we go. So entry #51. In entry #51, Brian innocently wanders about and gets several thought-provoking shots himself wandering burned down building that Alex plans to claim Brian's character's old burned down school. During the shooting, Brian gets very uneasy and asks Alex to hurry up, only to be assaulted by the operators shortly afterwards when the camera turns on. Brian runs all over the building to Alex and stumbles across Tim, who is coughing in the corner of the burned room. When Brian turns, the operator is behind him and the video cuts again. When the video comes back, Brian is dragged off screen by an unknown figure believed to be Alex, while another figure, or possibly same, picks up the camera and leaves him behind. So basically, in that episode or entry, Alex it's like it's a bit of a mixture because the tapes are all apparently the entries are based off tapes that Jay, the person who's discovered them or edited them out, has discovered that this was like all mixed dates. So they're all a bit like dates from past to now to the just past and the tense basically. And they're all a bit mixed up, so basically Age 51 is like during the time before Alex disappeared, and this is what Alex was really like. And the operator, known as probably the figure, the operator is basically a similar character to Slenderman, so we're just going to say, yeah, Slenderman was behind him and obviously attacked him. So during that time, Alex became quite a servant in a way, in my head, that he was helping out Slenderman, the operator, as they call him. Anyways, entry #54, this is one of the entries by the way, which is where Hoodie appears, or Brian. Entry #54 shows Brian once again, however, considering he's okay in the tape as is Tim. This tape must come before early entry 51. Here he comes, here he waits with Alex in Tim's apartment while Tim goes off to turn the power back on. He's at the apartment that's discussed what movie trailer music should be. Also entry for that attempt to shoot scene and talking with Alex Tim about potential shooting spot. So basically, what they mean by shooting spot is filming, I guess, and they're planning on doing stuff. So Brian does come into that scene as well, but without the Hoodie persona or personality, in my opinion. Okay, so that's what happens. He starts to appear in, like, a bit early, but I think, in my opinion, a bit later episodes, but they're all, like, snippets, I'm gonna say. So, here we go. Nickname. Hoodie is a fan-given nickname of a Hoodie character in Marble Hornets, which is we were just discussing. First appearance in entry 51, not much is known about him until close to entry 83. Even after the end of the series, many questions remain. Hoodie has been seen in several entries, like I said, being quite seen later on. Hoodie is confirmed to be at least one of the people posting to Tothrek account. So this is a strange YouTube account I actually found like 2 days ago, and it was related to Marble Hornets, but I didn't really realise it was, and I was like, oh yeah, I recognise now, because I saw Tim's face in all the series and stuff, and people assume maybe Hoodie is doing the work on that as well, so he's also on another account messing around editing. The videos are so fucking weird, all I'm gonna say. During entry #83, Tim attacks Hoodie, causing him to fall from a windowsill, seemingly killing him. Tim collects tape from his pocket, which is shown during entry #84. I feel sorry for this guy. Anyway, to the footage of Alex's auditions for Marble Hornets before he encountered the operator. Brian is shown to be wearing the same hoodie during the auditions as Hoodie was always wore, leading Tim to believe that they were once and the same. This theory was later proven to be true in entry #86, which is confirmed that Hoodie was indeed killed by the fall. In an interview with Marble Hornets, Troy Wanger, Joseph Delgy, and Tim Sutton confirmed Brian to be Hoodie. So basically this character who was Brian during the Marble Hornets series that they created, these like 3 men or 4, confirmed that the guy named Brian in the series was apparently Hoodie, so they confirmed that to be true. Ooh. So this is like their side of the story, I guess. Oh my god, what is happening? We're having some faulty technicians here. This always happens, it gets a bit faulty after a while. Okay, connections and motives of Hoodie. Hoodie's connection and intentions were never ever made clear, although it's known that he was always trying to kill Alex. So this is like the Marble Hornets side of things, really, rather than the other information that's more in depth, but we don't much about. People have confirmed that this is kind of not real in a way. So in my opinion, Hoodie's not a real person. It's just a fiction that someone's made up during them, like they wanted to create awesome series that are related to the fandom of Creepypasta. But we're just gonna continue anyway. So basically, not being clear, it is shown in entry #873 that Hoodie was regularly consumes pills, since he has several empty containers of them in his living space. The fact that he's stolen pills from both Alex and Tim supports the theory that Hoodie is suffering similar symptoms as those experienced by Tim. So I don't really know. I think it might be something to do with schizophrenic blackouts. That's all I'm gonna guess. Because when I was watching it, the guy who was Masky, and he kept taking pills and stuff like that for his blackouts and stuff. I'm ruining the whole entry here, but like I said, I haven't watched much about it really. It is important, wrote, that since Marble Hornets crew has stated that they do not use any passive mythos that have been arisen since the creation of the series, they do not use the term proxy, therefore Hoodie is not a proxy. You might think that he's not a proxy, but the Creepypasta fandom kind of disagrees. Some of them kind of don't. they kind of agree with the statement. Yeah, he's not a proxy, he's not really a creepypasta, he's a person that was fictional. So in my opinion, I agree with this side that he's not proxy. He's a character that is fictional and was made for like an episode from these like 4 guys or 5 guys. So that's my opinion. You guys can like slaughter me later on, go, you know, kill me in the bushes after I walk to college. Anyway, facts. Link to the series. The nickname Hoodie was fan-made, like I said, not real. Since the character was originally just addressed as the hooded figure, the nicknames Hoodie and Masky were eventually accepted by the Thackers Canyon, which is the group that they made Hornets. Contrary to the popular belief that Hoodie's not a creepypasta nor a proxy, Hoodie and Masky originated in a YouTube series made by Marble Hornets, and not only aren't proxies but never ever come into contact with Slenderman. The main protagonist of the Marble Hornets is the Operator, a similar character to Slenderman, which is, I disagree there, is basically explaining that it is a part of the creepypasta fandom. What are you fucking talking about? The Operator does not use proxies, neither Masky and Hoodie even seen trying to help it. The opposite true is actually they are constantly trying to impede Alex, who's also trying to destroy the Operator, although through a different method than they are. Additionally, Hoodie and Masky are alternate personality of Brian Thomas and Tim Wright. By the end of Marble Hornets, Brian's dead, Tim has cast off his personality shifts, neither has ever controlled their shifts, do not show any ability to remember what has happened. Tim specifically does everything both as Masky and himself stop the Operator the best he can. By the end of the series, Tim and Hoodie were enemies, and Hoodie was ultimately killed by Tim and then revealed to be Brian. However, there is nothing wrong with portraying them as proxies, and having them interact with creepypastas is a fan work as long as you know the truth. So basically it's put in like, this guy's spilling the fucking tea, or this girl, whatever, what gender she is. So they are spilling the tea right now. They're just putting it real. I agree. Like, gotta be honest here. You can't lie. You can't make up bullshit like that. You can't say, oh yeah, he's real. You know, you gotta have a lot of evidence to say, yeah, he's real. You know. Anyways, like I said, I'm kind of a bit of both. You know, I believe he's real, but then most of it is no. So I'm just gonna say, no, guys. I'm sorry, but if you want to believe he's real, go ahead. Write a fanfic about him fucking a tree. I don't know. But anyways, I try to make this long as possible. I'm joking. I'm going to say bye now. Bye-bye. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.